Hello, and welcome to another EdQuarter Product Review. Today we're looking at Juniper Horizons. Schools, academies and MATs are hotbeds for data, and a key question is what do they do with all that data? From pupil attendance to every pupil's individual needs and requirements, like allergies, grades, food intolerances, payment systems and communication tools for messaging parents. There is so much information that each stakeholder in the education sector needs. Today's EdQuarter Product Review, powered by education technology, steps away from edtech hardware to focus on an important software solution used by schools every day. At the end, if you decide that you'd like to investigate further, we will include ways to contact Juniper Education to arrange a free demonstration. But let's get started with today's review to see how effective this MIS really is. Juniper Horizons is a teacher-centric MIS which is easy to use with intuitive features, functionality and performance you can rely on. With a single sign-on process via email, it's easy to access. You can use it on any device with a browser and good-sized screen, tablet and above, although it does have mobile features. There have always been advantages to having a cloud-based MIS, but never more so than now. Flexibility and the need to be able to respond quickly to an ever-changing landscape is critical. Being able to access an MIS remotely avoids any delay in administration and reporting, without the need to be on site. Ultimately, we believe that cloud-based MIS can respond and support a school's needs more efficiently than with on-premises MIS. We're going to look at some of the functionality and key points, then let you know how to get a free demonstration from Juniper Education themselves. Okay, let's jump in. When you log in as admin user or teacher, you're met with a personalised home screen. The first thing to note is that this is fully interactive and customisable. Each of these panels are active and functional, a bit like apps on a smartphone. These are called widgets. We can move them so the most relevant ones are nice and accessible. You can add and remove widgets. Click Add Widgets, then you can choose from things like pupil birthdays, parents' evening, communications, payment systems, events and clubs. They're all built into the system and don't require any extra add-ins, which we think is a great functionality of this MIS. There's even some fun ones on here too. Moving on to where a teacher would start their day, the register. Another great feature is once you've logged in, it knows who you are and who you look after, so your class is automatically populated, ready for the morning roll call. There are shortcuts to quickly mark your pupils present or absent, and you can even assign food choices and attribute costs. There's an area where parents can top up their balance. Then, by pressing the relevant number, they can choose the food choice and mark them as present. You can then go into detail, such as, I don't know where you are, you're poorly, your mum called in. Again, the school admin has access to this in real time, so can contact the parents or alert another member of staff if necessary. On that note, there's actually the option to communicate with the parents of the individual students from the register. The communication side of things is embedded throughout the site, and we will look at that shortly. That's the register done and logged, and the teacher can move on to the rest of their day. Another thing to note is the fire alarm button at the top. If there's a fire alarm, you can take the register outside on your mobile tablet device. Now, let's look at communications. This runs through all sectors of the MIS. Go to the messaging tab and you'll see that you can message via email and text. You can break both SMS and emails down by individuals and groups. This means that you can message specific parents and then group them into classes and clubs. You can then use this to message staff and create groups such as senior leadership teams, safeguarding leads, to message them en masse. This facility is part of the MIS, which is great for schools to have everything in one place. Now, let's look at reporting. There's a lot of information and data on pupils that you can run reports on. Teachers can even run their own reports. The whole system is entirely teacher-centric. From an admin user's perspective, everything is very intuitive, with minimal need for training. The team at EdQuarter picked it up very quickly. You can click on the Filters button, select a year group and pull reports on pretty much anything, by birth term, whether they have siblings, special needs or food allergies. You can load up columns to pull specific reports like consent, to see what consent has been provided for each student within that filter group. You can then run reports or save the view for future reference and to share with colleagues within the school. The reporting side of things covers both schools and MATs in great depth. In fact, Juniper has a specific MAT level reporting system using Power BI that comes included if you're an MAT. This can be viewed on a laptop, tablet or mobile device and enables you to gain valuable intelligence across the whole MAT very easily. Pulling data from all your schools in the MAT into a central repository, it can currently provide MAT level attendance and exclusion data. There's much more planned, and we've been told by Juniper that this has been developed and continually updated. So, if you're an MAT and keen for this type of breakdown and analysis, contact Juniper directly on this. What's more, as well as data from your schools, this will also bring in aggregated data from external sources. For instance, it currently holds government statistics on COVID-related incidents around the country. This means that if you have schools in a region where cases are spiking, you can then prepare for the eventuality that you might have an increase in cases within your school in the near future. Contact Juniper Education for a free demo. Our conclusion is that Juniper Horizons is a super intuitive, teacher-centric and easy-to-use MIS, which does not involve days of training to use. It's packed full of modules and features to help teachers focus more on teaching in the classroom and maximise pupil outcomes. We love that everything comes with the MIS. There are no hidden costs or additional plugins that you need to purchase. Whether you're a teacher, school administrator, part of the SLT, or even a governor at a single school or multi-academy trust with multiple schools to report on, Juniper Horizons will have the functionality you want. Today's video was a review, not an in-depth demo, and there is loads more functionality to the system, specifically reporting for MATs, that we don't have time to cover, so if you're interested in finding out more, please click the link below. Juniper Education are offering free demos to schools or MATs with no obligation to buy, but you can get a more thorough overview to see how it would benefit your school. Please remember to like our video on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, and have a look around our site to find more relevant content for you. Thanks for your time, and look forward to seeing you on another EdQuarter Presentations product review.